Hi there, this is Andreas with XpressPads Finger Drumming, and today I'm going to review Big Bang Cinematic Percussion, which comes from SONiVOX and which is part of the great software package that comes with the AKAI MPD218. In this software package there's another sample library from SONiVOX, which is Big Bang Universal Drums, and both plugins share a lot of controls. Means that the intelligent rhythm control section, the Midi learn functionality, note repeat, and the sound manipulation and equalization settings and features over here are the same, as well as the Midi learn and browser section. So I won't go through them in detail in this video. I do this in this other video, but I want to make this video in order to show you how you can make best use of this great percussion library. So to start with, you have this section down here which resembles a keyboard with white and black keys, and this of course is the area where your samples are assigned. When you click on them you can hear them, or you could play them on your keyboard or on your pad controller. And on the MPD218 I have the XpressPads standard layout installed, which you can download from the website. And this one I will now use in order to create a percussion drum kit that is immediately playable. So first what we need to do is hit the Midi learn button and then search for a bass drum, which we want to put on that pad here. And this one sounds quite good, so I will link it via just pressing the pad. Now I want to search for a snare drum. This one sounds like a nice snare drum. And the next elements that I want to use are hi-hats, toms, and cymbals. And here's something for you that you need to know when you speak about percussion libraries. Usually with drum kits you have a clear structure, and the general Midi standard for drums also always makes sure that you have a bass drum on the bass drum pad, a snare drum on the snare drum pad, and so on. But with percussion it's quite different, because there you don't have a clear distinction between bass drums, toms, and so on. And a workaround to this problem is that you can map certain percussion instruments frequency spectrum wise. And that means that in your percussion libraries you usually have some low frequency instruments, some high frequency instruments, and some instruments in between, and you should then try to map them to your standard drum kit by using the bass drum for the low frequency elements, the cymbals and hi-hats for the high frequency elements, and the snares and toms for the mid frequency elements. And that's what I'm actually doing right now. So we have the bass drum, we have the snare, now we are searching for the hi-hat, for example. There are no real hi-hat instruments, but this one I could, well, use as a closed hi-hat here. This one I will take as an open hi-hat. This one I will take as a high tom. This I will take as a low tom. And these I will take as cymbals. And then I hit the learn button again. See that the snare drum isn't right yet. So I choose it again. And it immediately sounds useful for drumming. It's rhythmically, it's meaningful what you have here, and you wouldn't get there if you don't apply a certain structure to your sound mappings here. Then it would just sound not really meaningful. So that's a way how you can use the MIDI learn function, which is handy. Another way of choosing sounds is, of course, the preset manager, and this one here is divided into 3 main sections. It's a tag-based system, so you have one tag area for genre, one for scene, and one for class. And while genre and scene are relatively descriptive tags that you can put into, the class actually tells you what kind of kit piece it is. So you have bass drums, cymbals, bells, snares, wood and synthetic instruments. However, if you really want to search for a specific drum sound, like a gyro or a go-go belt, pseudo drums, for example, for Latin percussion, you will find it difficult to find something here. So even if you, for example, go to bass drums, because a pseudo is a bass drum like drum, you won't find it here, and that's kind of sad. You also don't have a search function here, which would make it easier to find specific samples or instrument types, but there is a workaround to this. So the good thing is that Cinematic Percussion comes with an open file structure in the back end. That means that you have 13 gigabytes of wave file sounds that you can access openly. So in this file structure, you can actually really choose for any desired file, and we will just do it right now. So that's your sample content structured in 2 main folders. When we go to the first one here, you see the wealth of samples that they put in. Yeah, that's number 1. And number 2, I think that's really a massive file structure. And you can see here you really find what you're searching for specifically. I was searching for pseudo drums. I really like those a lot because they give Latin and Brazilian music that driving flavor. It's used for street carnivals and so on. Same as the go-go belts. And this way I can really go and build my drum kit on my own. Probably not in this interface here, so not in the SONiVOX Cinematic Percussion plugin, but I could use these samples to play with other samplers and build my own kit. So what I want to say basically is you have these 2 different ways that you can work with the plugin, and so it might help if you just want to start and go for feeling, that you just start with romance or fantasy or whatever, and then choose the presets. But if you really want to go in depth with sounds, then there's probably no way around than just going into the file structure. Yeah, and just to wrap up, I mean, although I think this is a limitation of the plugin itself, that it doesn't offer that capability right on the surface, I still think that this is a great plugin. And if you think about the fact that it comes for free if you buy the MPD218, then this is really a great plugin and very useful. And so there's really nothing to moan about it. Finally, if you're interested in finger drumming, then please check the XpressPads website. If you like that video, please give it a like. And if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to the XpressPads channel, and we'll see you again. Thank you. Bye.